A-level biology. Now, A-level biology is one of the most respected A-levels, and it can open a whole range of paths, and it widens up your options for the future, and it also allows you to brag about how clever you are. But it is arguably one of the hardest A-levels there is, and to do good in it, it requires a lot of hard work and dedication. In this video, I'm going to be discussing everything you need to know about A-level biology. And is A-level biology really the right course for you? Let's begin. Now, firstly, I would just like to mention that A-level biology is a very useful subject. It is referred to as a facilitating subject, which just means that it can open a lot of doors for you. Universities love this subject, and if you were to pick A-level biology, then you would be able to access a lot of degrees. And it would really enhance your application for university. Now talking about the actual subject itself, well, first you must understand that there is a really big jump from GCSE biology to A-level biology. There will be a lot more content. You might think you'd covered a lot of content in GCSE biology. Well, it compares nothing to A-levels. And the content is also much harder. So if you struggled with GCSE biology, then you will probably struggle with A-level biology as well. For the purpose of this video, I'm going to be using AQA biology as that's the most taken exam board, but it would be nearly the same for every other exam board. Now, talking about the actual course, first I would like to just mention that A-level biology is very well structured. Now, the whole of A-level biology curriculum is split into 8 big topics, and these are further split into smaller subtopics. And the number of subtopics in each of the bigger topics can vary. So for example, the first biology topic you will learn about biological molecules has 8 subtopics, whereas the second topic, which is cells, has 3 subtopics. And the amount of content in each of these subtopics can also massively vary. So just looking at my notes now, so for example, the water subtopic and the content in this is much smaller when compared to, for example, cell recognition and the immune system as subtopic, as you can see. What tends to happen is that you'll be taught your first 4 topics in your first year, which will be your AS biology topics, and then you'll be taught the next 4 in your second year, which will be your A-level biology topics. A lot of the content in A-level will just be building on from GCSEs. But it goes in real depth. So for example, at GCSE you'll learn about how amino acids are the building blocks of proteins. Well, at A-levels you'll learn about how the amino acids are joined together by peptide bonds to form the primary sequence, and that will be folded and coiled to form alpha helices and beta pleated sheets to form the secondary structure, and then that will be further folded and coiled by hydrogen bonding, ionic bonding and disulfide bridges to form the tertiary structure. Alright, I'll leave it there. Sorry, I just got excited. But you get my point, that A-level biology goes in real depth. Now, something I really enjoyed about A-level biology is that it's quite diverse. There is something about everything. You will love some topics and you might hate some topics. But just make sure that the number of topics you love is more than the number you will hate. Now, along with your A-levels, you will be asked to carry out required practicals to pass your practical endorsement. There are 12 required practicals that you will have to carry out, and you'll need to get a certain amount of CPACs to pass your practical endorsement. CPACs are essentially just points that you will get when you complete a required practical. Don't worry, it is not difficult to pass. It is quite straightforward. And by the way, that's not real urine if you are worried. Now just on to how A-level biology will be assessed. So at the end of your A-levels you will sit 3 2-hour exam papers. In paper 1 you will be tested on topics 1 to 4 as well as the relevant practical skills, and that will be 91 marks. In paper 2 you'll be tested on topics 5 to 8 as well as the relevant practical skills, and that will also be 91 marks. So each of these papers weighs 35% of your overall grade. And now just as a note, there might be bits and bobs from topics 1 to 4 in paper 2 and from topics 5 to 8 in paper 1. Now paper 3 is a little bit different. It's 78 marks, so weighs around 30% of your grade, and it's holistic, so it can include anything from everything you've learned in A-level biology, and the relevant practical skills. Now, there is an essay section at the end, which is dreaded by many. Now, it is 25 marks, so quite a big chunk. You will get a choice of 2 topics and you will just pick one. But don't worry about it now. It's not testing your essay writing skills, but rather just your biology knowledge. So if you're fine with the rest of biology, you will be fine with this essay. Now, overall, there is 10% maths, and the maths is usually quite reasonable, so you don't have to be great at maths to do it. But there can be some exceptions, which even the A-star students don't get. Now, something I would like to highlight is that even if you know all the content, it's not enough. You need to have really good application skills. The application marks are around 40 to 45% of your overall grade, and the mark scheme is quite mean with the marks, so you have to be good with your application. Now, if you want to do well in the subject, you will have to be dedicating 4 to 5 hours each week of your own time to the subject, along with your other commitments in A-levels. And you have to stay on top from the very start. There will be a lot of independent studying, but there is a lot of resources available online or on YouTube, and you will never run out of resources. Now, A-level biology is hard. The content is hard, the exams are hard, the mark scheme's a nightmare, but that's the case for everyone, not just for you. And because of that, the grade boundaries are pretty low for A-level biology. For example, in 2022, you only needed around 67% to get an A-star. Now, finally, my own personal opinion on the subject. I'm going to be completely honest with you, I have really enjoyed A-level biology, as I enjoyed the topics and I found it interesting, and I'm glad that I chose this subject. This subject can get quite difficult, and it did get quite difficult for myself, but I would recommend the subject to anyone who wants to do it, like actually wants to do it, not doing it because it looks cool, and you have to work hard for it. I hope this video has been useful, and thanks for watching this video.